Nobody likes to talk about it. End of life is a touchy subject that people tend to ignore, but there will inevitably come a point in everyone's life when it's time to find a solution, a smooth transition into, well, death. The question is, what resources are available and how accessible are they to the population?
Hospice is actually a level of care that is provided for patients who have life-limiting illnesses.
In today's economy, every industry is experiencing budget cuts, and hospice care is not an exception. It's important to understand, though, that anyone who qualifies for hospice care cannot be denied the service.
I think there are some big changes that need to happen, really big changes, but they need to happen on the federal level. There are many terms out there in the world of hospice. You hear the words concurrent care, you hear palliative care, which would be sort of this year to the end with whatever services that the patient would wish to have.
All hospices take patients regardless of their eligibility to pay for the services. Most hospices have the ability to look at providing charity care through their programs.
It should not affect the care. I mean, right now we're going through the era of healthcare reform. What this era of healthcare reform is asking us to do is be more effective and more efficient in which we deliver the care.
Margarita Reynoso's mother suffers from Alzheimer's. Many of her concerns have been eased because of hospice.
To me, I've been seeing a lot of difference with my mom. She doesn't have to go to the doctor office and wait for hours and hours over there to see a doctor. And the way she's feeling, she's not, it's not very good for her to be waiting at the office for a long time, and I do like the service.
They want to be cared for and loved and comforted and pain-free and symptom-free if it's possible.
Oh, it did affect us a lot. We thought that was going to be the end. Yeah.
Hospice care is only one of the many services available. Palliative care is also an option.
The goal here is not to prolong life, but to make it a graceful transition to life's end. For OC Insight, I'm Lena Norena. Every day, hundreds of Orange County residents commute during the early hours of the morning to downtown Los Angeles, and we've all heard their conversations about the endless sea of cars on the freeways. But what about public transportation? Are there any real benefits from using these alternatives? To find out, we decided to do our own experiment on what it would take to use nothing but public transportation to get from Orange County to downtown LA. It was earlier than usual, and after a quick cup of coffee and a check of the morning news, I headed out to the Fullerton Metrolink station to be there before 6:30 to get my ticket. I'm standing here at the Fullerton Metro station, and to my right is a vending machine where you buy your tickets. Commuters are able to get here early in the morning before the actual ticket booths open and get their tickets right here from these vending machines. So I'm going to go ahead and buy my ticket because my train leaves in about 15 minutes. It's $15 round trip. Here we go. I have my ticket. So this is going to get me from Fullerton all the way down to LA Union Station. Anticipating a lot of noise and ruckus, I was actually surprised at how quiet it was on board. It seemed a little too early for some, while others just enjoyed spending time on their tablets or reading a book. I couldn't help but wonder where I would be if I was in my car right now.
Right now, it's a big savings because it's for my car. I don't go to work using my car.
According to this daily commuter, taking the train is a great alternative to driving. Still, I missed the comfort and security of my own car. After a 40-minute train ride, we finally arrive. The chaos has already died down here at LA Union Station, where hundreds of commuters arrive to get to work. During my ride back, I crunched some quick numbers. $15 for a round trip from Fullerton to LA. That's $75 a week, which is $3,900 a year. The commute took nearly an hour and 20 minutes. The results of our experiment were twofold. 1, mass transit does not always equal rapid transit. And 2, the expected financial savings may not meet some people's expectations. For OC Insight, I'm Lena Norena.